Oh, wait, there we go. Is it working? I can't tell. I can't see myself. Weird. All right. Hi, guys. Welcome to Feeling Fab Friday. Today, we're going to be talking about how to keep your sanity and your waistline and your health during the holiday season. And I know you guys are busy, so I'm going to bring these tips to you really quickly and efficiently. So I polled all my followers on Instagram, I polled people on Facebook, and I polled my email list, and I asked, what stresses you out most about the holiday season? I'm already festive over here. But you know what? The answers were really consistent across the board. Number one, family dynamics, dealing with family, anticipating seeing family, how to handle triggers with family, all that came up. Buying everyone gifts, having to do that, spend money on gifts and travel, that came up. Too much rushing around and not enough time, which also went with too many obligations and social events came up. Getting sick and traveling with little ones, having to get on the plane, traveling from place to place. The cost of travel and gifts, of course. Eating too much came up a lot. People being afraid of baking and not being able to control that and eating. The fast-paced environment and travel, I already said that. So those were the main ones that came up, and I totally get you on all of this. And my goal here is really just to encourage you guys with some quick tips that can help make your holiday more efficient. So I'm going to do 3 of these lives, and today is the first one. And today we're going to talk about my first few tips on how to keep your body healthy while you travel and food-wise, okay? So first of all, the first thing to do is to have a meal plan, okay? So the weeks between Thanksgiving and Christmas really can start to wreak havoc. You can start going to a lot of social events and just start throwing everything out the window, right? And it's easy to kind of let Thanksgiving kind of set that in motion. So if you have a meal plan that's in place, it can help with this. Now listen, I am not a big meal planner. I don't have a lot of time to meal prep or sit around planning meals. I like things done for me. And when I put together my Happy for the Holidays guide for you, I really thought of what would be fast and efficient for you, healthy, hormone, mineral-rich meals, and the easiest meal planning tools available. Okay, so I've come up with a different way to do it so that it's the most efficient. So you're not like slaving away every Sunday for like hours on end to keep things really quick and consistent. I gave you as many crock pot meals as I could to make sure that you had that option to dump stuff in and head off for your day, and then meals that you can prep one day for the next 3 days. So that's kind of the way that I planned that. So the other thing really to have is healthy alternatives that you are excited about, okay? So when you are just like bored with what you're eating and everyone else is indulging and you feel like you're missing out, FMO, then you're gonna be more likely to indulge and to eat those things. So listen, I'm all about having some indulgence, okay? I get it. And I also am realistic that a lot of you who follow me have serious health conditions that even just going off of the focus for a while is going to affect you, okay? So eating gluten, eating dairy, eating sugar, eating certain foods, they're really going to exacerbate your health problems. And you always have to weigh the scale of, is this worth it? Sometimes it is. Sometimes you say, you know what? Heck yes, it's worth it. I'm going to have it. The other key that I think is important is to have recipes of special treats that are holiday that are healthy for you, hormone-friendly, mineral-rich meals. So I've also put a lot of those in the Happy for the Holidays guides, like an apple crisp recipe, a cinnamon nut recipe, cinnamon roll recipe, all these things like Christmas morning that you want to indulge in that can be really fun to make and also keep you like on track. Also some hot holiday drinks, etc. To keep you on track. So I have put those in there so you don't feel like you're missing out and you can still be excited about some of the food that you're eating. So that is tip number 1. Tip number 2 is to only indulge in one thing. So if you go to a party, decide, am I going to have cheese tonight? Am I going to have sugar? Am I going to have alcohol? Am I going to have caffeine? Whatever. I have a list of hormone disruptors that I'm going to be sharing with everyone who purchased the Happy for the Holiday guide of things you should be avoiding and tips of what to do instead. And then when you go to a party, just kind of choose one thing and have that one thing. Tell your body you love it. Really speak gratitude over it when you're putting in. Don't be in this battle with yourself like this is bad, this is good. Just go ahead and eat it, but let it be your one thing instead of indulging in everything all night long and then just completely throwing things to the wind. So that's my tip for you on that. So the other thing is supplementing. So I know we can't all take a giant bag of supplements everywhere we go. It's pretty inconvenient to do that, but there's a couple things that I would say you should have on hand. And these are things, if I had to only pick 3 supplements to carry me into like the apocalypse, okay, where there was no more supplements available or whatever, these are the 3 that I would pick. Number 1 is a multi-mineral. So you know I'm a mineral fanatic. I'm an HTMA expert. Most of my focus is around testing people's minerals, figuring out what's going on with copper toxicity, heavy metals, and minerals. So this is something that I recommend to most of my clients. It's called Oceans Alive, and it's a great multi-mineral, and every mineral that is needed for the human body is in here, and you only need a couple drops. I start with 1 drop and see how you do, because it can initiate some detox that can be difficult for some people depending on how much metal or copper or whatever you have going on in your body. But this is something I would carry into the apocalypse with me, okay, so that I have it on hand to have those minerals available wherever we are. So I would take this with me on the plane. It's 1 fluid ounce, so you should be able to take it wherever you go, no problem. The other thing that I would recommend is silver of some sort, a high quality alkaline silver solution that is small particle. This is different than colloidal silver. This actually gets into the cell, it attaches onto viruses, and it carries them out of the body. So I've used this for many things to protect my daughter and I when we travel, and just all the way throughout cold and flu season. It's also great when you're giving vaccinations, if you have to do that or you're doing that. It attaches onto the live viruses. It also helps the body kind of develop an immune system to get it out of the body quick. So this is something I would take with me wherever I go, and I'm a huge fan. It also can kill off yeast, mold, candida overgrowth, H. pylori, all that stuff is helpful with this silver. So I love Designs for Health Silver Solon Spray. This one is safe for pregnant, breastfeeding, and children. I use this one on my daughter. 3 sprays for a child, and then you can look up some of the other recommendations, but it is safe for everybody, so I love it. And then this one is more intense. It's called My Doctor Suggests Silver Solution. This is the one that I'm using if I'm doing an H. pylori protocol or something serious with people, but I love both of these, and I think that silver of some sort, if you're only going to get one, get this guy. It's spray, it's small, you can carry it when you travel. The other thing I would always recommend to have on hand is Pectosil C. This is one of my favorite supplements. Many studies have been done about how it attaches onto heavy metals and carries them out of the body. There was a study done on children with lead poisoning, and their urine lead levels were reduced by 120% by using this brand, Econogenics Pectosil C, while they were in the hospital. I can send you the study if you want to see it. It's also great for adults. And it's something I have everybody on because it binds to crap in the body like metals, in the gut, bacteria, without disrupting minerals. Okay, I'm always looking out for your mineral health. It is #1 important thing in your health is minerals. And so if you're taking a binder like activated charcoal or other heavy duty binders, they will bind to the minerals as well, and you will find yourself depleted of minerals. So this is the only binder that I have found that doesn't bind to minerals. You can take it with food. You don't want to take it around any other supplements. It won't bind to minerals, like I said, but other supplements like probiotics or whatever else that you're taking, or medicines of any kind, by 2 hours. So if you're going to take those things, take them 30 minutes before, and then take this 30 to 45 minutes after, and nothing after it for 2 hours. By the way, you have to dissolve this in hot water. I've had some people take it and be like, it's like clumpy and gross. Put it in your hot water, blend it up. You won't even notice it's there, I promise you. So those are the 3 things I would say. For those of you who are going to get my Happy for the Holidays guide, which is releasing next Friday, I'm going to have a whole basic protocol in there for you of the things that I recommend for hormonal health, mineral health, etc. It's just a basic protocol, and I think it's awesome. So I hope that you are looking forward to that. If you are looking forward to it, or if you have a question about Happy for the Holidays, I want you to write Happy Holidays in the comment. Let me know that you're interested in knowing more about it and how to participate. It's the most affordable way to work with me all year, highly affordable, and it's really going to give you a plan on how to scale through those 3 weeks between Thanksgiving and New Year's. Sorry, had a phone call. So the next thing we're going to do is talk about my next tips for navigating family dynamics. So this is another one that came up big time. Obviously, it's an issue with people when they are traveling, and sorry, phone call again. And it's really kind of a stressful thing to go and see family. I mean, we love our families. Some of us live far away from our families. When we're back in those dynamics, it can be tricky. And a lot of you mentioned this. So I think it's important to talk about doing inner work to kind of reduce those triggers. When you go into that environment, you want to have a plan set in place about how you're going to handle things. And I will tell you, the more inner work I did on myself to resolve my wounding from my childhood and my triggers, the less I responded to whatever was happening in the environment around me. Things that were said or done that would usually have triggered me or made me feel insecure or whatever, they kind of just rolled off my back the more work that I did. So in the Happies for the Holidays course live, we're going to be doing 3 live coaching calls with me where you can ask me any questions you want about minerals and hormones, but we're also going to be doing some inner work, just a little bit, to kind of help you navigate this in the holidays. So you want to have some of that on your plate to help reduce those triggers. The other thing to do is to have a future vision of how you want your holiday to go. So the best thing to do is write it out in a notebook, and you can do this every day for a few days leading up to your holiday. Just describe what you want to experience with your family, what you want your holiday to look like, and write it out as if it has already happened, and just get into the feeling place of what that would feel like to be in that environment with your family and feel happy with them. So that is a great tip. And then the next is to have a plan when you feel triggered, to be able to remove yourself from the situation. So if something happens and you feel like you're going to have an emotional reaction, not a response, you want to remove yourself from the situation. So give yourself a little plan to maybe go to the bathroom, do some tapping, do some alternate nostril breathing, and just be able to tune into your heart and connect with yourself to recenter yourself when you're in that environment and you can't handle it. So those are kind of the tips that I would give you on how to navigate family stuff. And we are going to be doing a tad of inner work in the Happy for the Holidays guide because you get 3 live calls with me. So I'm going to be releasing this to you next Friday. So I want you to keep your eye out for it. It's going to be awesome. I have meal plans. I have workouts for you that are fast and efficient. 18 minutes. Can anybody say hallelujah? Because who has time for more than that? And again, you're going to get 3 live calls with me. This is in a group, and it's a highly affordable way to work with me if you've been wanting to do that for a long time and haven't been able to afford it or bite the bullet. We're going to have that opportunity to do that next Friday, and it's going to run from the day after Thanksgiving until Christmas. Okay, so I hope you guys will be tuned in for that. Stick around because tomorrow I'm going to be going live again, I believe. Sorry, not tomorrow. I'm going to be going live again Monday. I'm going to talk about a couple of the more things that you guys talked about and how to help you with those things too with preparing for the holidays. So I hope this was helpful, and feel free to leave any comments or questions. Again, if you're interested in knowing more about Happy for the Holidays, comment Happy Holidays in the comments and I will get back to you ASAP. I hope you have a great Feeling Fab Friday. Bye-bye.